Nung ang minimum wage is 10 piso. Ngayon ay 450, 470. Mas maraming nabibili ang manggagawa ngayon kesa noon kung parehong trabaho.
Kung binabayaran ng tama.
Kung binabayaran tama.
Kung minsan, ginagawa ng 555 after 5 months wala nang trabaho para hindi na ma-regularize yung minimum wage na yan. Tuhog-tuhog ang problema
natin. I think that's why yung mga kasama natin dyan, there's a lot of advocacy to stop the unreasonable and the unfair and unjust practice ng contractualization. Merong contractualization na maaaring pwedeng hindi naman mali. Halimbawa, kung bukas meron akong gagawin o isang linggo lang, mas hindi natutuloy, hindi naman ako pwedeng kumuha ng manggagawang na magiging regular. But I think yung talagang regular ginagawang contractual, iyon ang kailangan ikondena at kailangan hindi mangyari sa ating bayan. At napaka, what you call it's very unjust and it should be stopped.
Ang central bank, pag sinabi natin Bangko Sentral, this is the mother of all banks. Lahat ng mga private banking, kagaya ng East West Bank. Incidentally, congratulations sa nagawa mo sa East West Bank. Siguro marami ka ng awards doon. Siguro kanya ka tinitignan ng ating gobyerno. Maging head ng monetary board natin. Sana nakikinig si President Duterte. Ang topic natin po ngayon neutral. Mr. President. Kasi pinag-uusapan natin, paano tayo tutulong sa ekonomiya? How can we stabilize our currency? Understand the central bank. Ang Bangko Sentral has a key role not only in stabilizing our money supply but also in creating employment ba yan? Is that true? You have a say in our economy and in our industries.
Sa akin pa sa pag-unlad ng isang bayan, maraming kailangan, we need to put a lot in place, definitely, for example, peace and order has to be there because kung walang law and order, hindi mahirap magkaroon ng produksyon pagkat yung mga namumuhunan ay hindi magkisimula ng gawain o ng negosyo kung hindi sila makakasigurado na yung kanilang negosyo mapoprotektahan.
So sang-ayon ka sa sinasabi ng Presidente na before we even think of inviting industries to our country, ayusin muna natin yung peace and order natin.
Well, definitely, I think it's a very basic component of economic development. Hindi magaganap in a very practical sense. Kahit naman tayo, halimbawa, mayroong isang lugar, alam natin magulo. Kung tayong maganda ang beach, gusto natin maging turista, nagdalawang isip, magkatatlong isip bago natin puntahan yung lugar.
Lalo kahit napakaganda. Recently, may nakidnap at crinimate na Koreano na businessman. Ganun na palang uso ngayon. Para alam mo, the lawyers know na if there is no evidence, the body, literally the body of the crime, there is no crime. So, siguro, yung mga magagaling na abogado sa police force, sabi nila, if there is no body of the crime, there is no crime. So, cremate, hindi lang pala for the first time to. So, pupunta pa ba dito ang mga Koreano?
yun. I hope they think one. Siguro naman, ang isang pangyayari sa loob ng kung ilang libo, daang libo, hindi naman nilalahati ng ganyan ang kalagayan ng ating bayan.
Tama.
But going back to your question about paano naman ng central bank, ang papel ng pananalapi at pag-manage at ng kaperahan sa ating bayan ay para ring peace and order. Pag tama ang pamamalakad, nagkakaroon ng tamang kondisyon para magkaroon ng negosyo. At alam naman natin yung negosyo ang nagbibigay hanap buhay sa ating mga kababayan. Halimbawa, if interest rate is 30%, wala magkatayo ng negosyo at napakamahal.
Tama.
Ang negosyo, kung ang pautang sa bangko ay 4%, mag-iisip ko ngayon, kung kumikita ko ng 8%, 4% ang utang ko, baka pwede na ako magsimula ng hanap buhay. Tatayo ako ng isang factory. Siyempre, pag nagtayo ka ng factory, kukuha ka ng manggagawa. At yung manggagawa, magkakaroon ng sweldo, bibili ng mga gamit. Yun dahil sa lumalaki ang demand sa mga bagay-bagay, goods and services, mag-produce na naman ng negosyo at magkisimula ang isang napakagandang pag-inog na patuloy na pag-angat ng ating ekonomiya. Ganun ang proseso. The important thing is to set that interest rate that will encourage people to put up business, but at the same time will not create unnecessary inflation.
Tama. Pero when we're talking about the economy, actually, ang reality, ang economy na naman natin, more than I think 99% is small, medium enterprises, no? Because I work with these enterprises sa aking association, no? Women in Business, which also advocates for access to credit. Napakahirap umutang sa bangko. Number one, kailangan mo ng track record. Kanya ka nga umuutang para mag-start ng business. Saan ka kukuha ng track record? Number two, talagang ang mga bangko, napakahirap mag-deal with the bank. So, with the banks, kailangan may collateral. Wala kang pang-collateral. Anong gagawin mo? So, ang nangyayari is, even for employees, it's so hard for employees to save because simply there is nothing to save. The reason nag-start ako sa palatuntunan natin tungkol sa credit cards, nabasa ko po yung article ninyo about credit cards. And sabi niyo nga sa article niyo, itong credit cards ba, is it a curse, no? Ang suggestion niyo po ba sa mga nakikinig, wag gumamit ng credit cards? Mukhang sabi sa, narinig ko, no, sa radyo yesterday, 89% daw of our countrymen, our employees, do not use the banking system. Kasi wala naman silang iipon sa bangko. Wala silang surplus money na ilalagay sa bangko. Number two, ang bangko naman, mahirap daw sa bangko because kailangan mo ng minimum. Pag nag-open ka ng savings account, no, kailangan mo ng minimum na i-retain, at least I think 10,000 para hindi masarado yung account mo. Wala naman silang i-retain doon. At number 3, may racket na dyan. Minomortgage, kino-collateral nila yung ATM card nila. Nakita ko yun, ano? Minsan nasa Green Hills ako, nagwi-withdraw ko sa bangko. Napakatagal ng isang mama na parang 4 decks of... Isang-daan. Daan-daan yung kanyang ATM card. Yung pala, nakasanla siya. Nag-5-6 siya. Hero, nagpa-5-6 ka ba?
Hindi na.
mukhang yung mga ancestors mo, doon yumaman sa 5-6 na yan, Hero.
Alam niyo po, the economy actually, it's palitan ng goods and services. Yun. It's an exchange economy. Yung pera is used as the medium of exchange, as a substitute to facilitate yung pagpalit ng goods or services. So now, and first let me congratulate your guest because I've known Tony, I think now going 20 to 30 years, and
wow.
I saw him start as a junior banker, whatever, and his rise has been nothing short of meteoric, or it's really, he's a whiz kid in finance.
Tama.
Let me tell you.
Salamat, kaibigan ko po si Hero.
Meron tayong kaibigan dito sa studio pero sabi niya hindi na rin siya magsasalita kasi pag siya magsalita, ang pag-uusapan natin, down with the banking system. Si Jimmy Regulario ay nakikinig. Pagkasama ata kayo sa previous lives ninyo, no? Aktivista pa kayo.
Isa pa rin kasaibigan natin. Yung maganda sabihin yan.
Sige. Pero hindi na siya magsasalita.
So, let me get back to what I was saying. The reason why I'm talking about Tony here is he understands what is known as the political economy of this country. He comes from...
Yes.
He understands the basic problems. There are too many poor people. And we need to give them job opportunities. I had a discussion with him earlier. Alam mo, the most strategic and most important public utility in any country is the central bank. It is a public utility tasked to provide credit to the marketplace. And it also provides regulation to those that are deputized. Ang bangko ay quasi-public institutions deputized by the central bank to carry out the lending and collecting and saving activities of the country. It is a very strategic and very important responsibility, and it comes with a heavy dose of accountability. That's why it is heavily regulated by the central bank. Ang daming rules, regulations, and it all boils down to one word, which is actually the name of a central banking system in modern society. The reserve system. Reserva. The Central Bank of the U.S. is known as the Federal Reserve System. You have the Reserve Bank of Australia, the Reserve Bank of India. In case of problems in the economy...
Ano ba, para sa mga nakikinig natin, alam naiintindihan namin yung reserve pag pumunta ka sa sinihan, reserve yung seat.
Oo. Ito naman...
Yun lang. O yung upuan. Yung hindi
sa kotse,
hindi mo magagamit.
Sa kotse, you have
yung
a
reserve banking na yan? Reserve sa banking na yan.
In a car, you have a reserve tire. Kung ma-flat ka...
Kung ma-flat ka, palitan mo.
Now, a central bank doesn't need a tire or it doesn't need any reserve because it can create credit from nothing.
Lugi ang bangko, no?
In case
may private bank na lugi, pwedeng...
A bank doesn't actually get lugi, it becomes illiquid. That is the term they use.
So, pauutangin. Tony, pauutangin ng central bank?
Depende sa assets.
Kung mas malaki ang asset kaysa liability, pautangin ka.
Ng central bank.
Kapag hindi, mas malaki ang utang. At nawala ang pera,
isasara ka na.
For one reason or the other, isasara ka nila.
So it all depends.
Dapat naman siguro ganun naman.
Yung pera, actually, yung pera nyo sa bangko, yung savings booklet nyo, that is called a ledger account. Yung debit credit.
Okay.
Banking in the economy is the debit credit of the entire economy. That's what the central bank looks at. Yung entirety of the savings, yung debit credit ng buong bansa down to the savings bank and even down to the pawn shops which are regulated by the Bangko Sentral. And it is a complex utility, and that's why, and this is maybe philosophically I might disagree with Tony who's in the private sector, but I believe the creation of credit must be dominated by the national government. Meaning, it must be predominantly, this is my belief, state-owned and state-controlled.
Ang alin?
Ang banking system.
Ang banking system.
But
hindi ba ganun?
It is quasi our banking system, like in the States. You have the Federal Reserve System, and then you have the privately owned private reserve banks.
Walang government bank sa states.
Walang government, except one, the Bank of North Dakota, State Bank.
State bank.
And the power of the
China,
Federal
lahat
Reserve...
ng bangko, government owned. There must be
Pero nakalista sila stock market, Kumukuha na rin sila ng private investor.
You have a system of state-owned and controlled banking. I'm talking degree. In Asia, which use the state-led development model, you have very strong state participation in the financial sector, which is mostly dominated by the banking system. And this is philosophically, I believe that a developing country like the Philippines, the central bank must be a pseudo-development bank for the country.
Ang central bank ba is non-political?
Well, iyan ang mandate. It is dapat ito ay makalabas sa usapin ng politika. Correct. At dapat tama, ako naniniwala sinabi ni Hiro na ito ay isang utility. Ibig sabihin, dapat isa ang nakatuon sa isang layunin na wala nang iba, kundi paglingkuran o silbihan ng kapakanan ng kabuong bayan.
But all the members of the Bangko Sentral at saka yung monetary board, political appointees yan. Pero for a fixed term, tama?
Kaya ginawa nilang may fixed term.
Para hindi matanggal.
Para hindi ma-influensyahan o mabahira ng politika. But attorney, can I go back to your question earlier about yung banking? At tandaan ko na rin
siguro, para ma-focus tayo sa mga nakikinig, no? the priority of the Duterte administration really is to create wealth. To create wealth, no? At sabi dito, binabasa ko si Joey Salceda na all of a sudden seems to be authority on how to create wealth, no? Kaibigan rin ninyo to. Bicolano rin to. Sinasabi niya na,
natin yan.
na ang direction really ng Duterte administration is to create wealth. How can the banking system create wealth for our people, no? Kasi ang naririnig na lang natin extrajudicial killing, which is our way to create wealth for the economy, pero parang napakalayo ng war on drugs sa creating wealth for the economy. And how does the banking system, kung ikaw po ay, at sana mangyari nga, no, kung ikaw po ay maging head ng monetary board, how do you ensure that the financial, fiscal resources of our country will produce wealth not for the 10% who control 90% of the economy, but for the majority of us Filipinos?
Pero, naalala ko pa sa ating kasaysayan na kapag ang politika ay magulo at walang katahimikan, ang negosyo lumiliit at ang bayan, ekonomiya ay nagsishrink. Noong panahon ng moratorium noong 1983, halos walang produksyon yung bayan. Mula nung magkaroon tayo ng crisis na medyo magulo, na halos hindi lumalaki ang pag-inegosyo. Ang ibig sabihin, pag hindi lumaki ang pag-inegosyo, walang trabahong nagagawa na nakikreate. Kawawa naman o nangawala ng oportunidad yung ating mga kababayan. So, it's very, very closely related yung kailangan ng mga kondisyon para magkaroon ng hanap buhay. At iyan ang gawain nga nitong central bank. Ngayon, kung magkakaroon siya ng mga patakaran, there are policies that could really help certain sectors of our society without necessarily destroying the market dynamics. Kasi pagka masyado malaki ang intrusion ng gobyerno, nadi-distort yung dynamics ng ekonomiya at minsan nakakasama pa. No? I'll give you an example, very practical example. Meron tayong natawag na AGRA requirement. We are required to set aside 10% ng loanable funds sa mga agricultural reform beneficiaries.
When you say you're talking about the central bank, the banking system.
It's the law passed by, but the central bank was to manage that. Because ang nangyayari ngayon, alam mo, kahit na siguro lahat ng agrarian reform, pautangin mo ng 10 doble na kailangan na tasaad ng batas, sobra pa ang pera. So nangyayari, nagiging parang tax. Pinapenalize kami ng 0.5% kapag hindi namin napautang. Anong gagawin ng bangko pag pinanalize ng 0.5% ng tax? Di tataasan ng pautang at bababaan ng deposito. Kawawa naman ang ating mga kababayan. Hindi ito nakikita ng lahat. Akala nila nagdadamot lang ang bangko.
Tama.
Pero katulad din nung sabi natin bakit mahigpit ang bangko. Minsan nakakalimutan natin at gusto ko lang paalala sa ating mga kababayan, yung pong perang pinapautang ng bangko ay pera ng depositor. Hindi po namin pera yon. Maliit na bahagi lamang ng aming pinapautang ang pera mismo ng bangko. So tungkulin namin pangalagaan at we need to ensure that the public money is safe. If that means asking for collateral para maprotektahan natin at mabawi at ma-withdraw ng ating mga kababayan ng kanilang pera kung kailangan, gagawin po natin yon. Mas importante na kailangan pangalagaan natin yung pinagkatiwalang salapi ng ating general banking public sa mga bangko. So
Station, very interesting discussion. Station break muna tayo, pero after the station break, tanungin natin, madali bang magpautang ang East West Bank? Ano bang policy ng private banking system? Is it easy to get credit? Before we say station ID, nakikinig sa atin at congratulations daw, sabi ni Coach Arnel Beroya, Vice President ng Philippine Table Tennis Federation. Station ID muna.
Laban para sa karapatan, kasama si Attorney Lorna Kapunan. Patuloy na naglilingkod sa bayan. Mas todong pagbabalita. Mas todong pagseserbisyo publiko. Ito ang DWIZ 882. Mas todong lakas. Mas pinakikinggan ng buong bansa. DWIZ 882. maririnig saan man panig ng daigdig. Mag-livestream lamang sa www.dwiz882am.com o i-download ang official DWIZ 882 app sa Apple Store at sa Google Play Store. DWIZ 882, mapapakinggan worldwide.
Sinusuyod ng buong pwersa ng DWIC News at Public Affairs ang buong Kamaynilaan
upang maihatid ang mga latest na kaganapan.
Mga balitang dapat ninyong malaman. Ito ang DWIC Balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIC Balita.
Hawak na ng PNP ang isa pang suspek sa pagpaslang sa Korean executive na si Jack Ik-ju. Kasunod ito ng pagsuko ni Ramon Yalong matapos lumabas ang kanyang warrant of arrest. Una namang inilipat mula sa NBI patungong Camp Crame si SPO3 Ricky Santa Isabel na una na ring sumuko sa NBI. Nasa restrictive custody na rin ng PNP si Anti-Illegal Drugs Group Team Leader Police Senior Superintendent Rafael Dumlao III. Magugunitang lumabas na sa investigasyon na pinatay sa loob ng Camp Crame si G na may tuturing na Oplan Tukhang for ransom case. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwic882am.com at sundan kami sa aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIC882. Ang inyong tagapag-ulat, Raul Espera.
Balitang kapakipakinabang sa mga mamamayan, inyong nalaman sa DWIC Balita.
Maging updated sa mga balita.
Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIC Balita.
Kaalamang pangkalusugan, hatid sa atin ng Fortune Care. Your wellness, your health.
Sakit sa baga o sakit sa lalamunan na posibleng humantong sa maagang kamatayan. Ito ang masamang epekto ng paninigarilyo na nagdudulot ng COPD o Chronic Obstructive Pulmonary Disease. Ang masamang epekto nito ay nagpapalala ng sakit sa baga o lungs. Ang taong may COPD ay nahihirapang makahinga dulot ng pagbabara ng mga ugat niya sa baga, kaya't iwasan ang paninigarilyo. Every breath we take is a gift that some may not have the luxury to do so.
Ang kaalamang pangkalusugan ay inihatid sa atin ng Fortune Care. Your wellness, your health. Laban para sa karapatan. Kasama si Attorney Lorna Kapunan.
Balik po tayo sa topic. Ang pinag-uusapan po natin ay ang ating banking system. No? Tinanong ko kay Sir Tony kanina kung bakit mahirap humiram sa bangko. At sinabi niya, well, because the bank has a public trust, no? It takes care of deposits na ini-invest sa iba. So, pag-usapan naman natin kasi mainit na topic ito, no? At nabiktima na po ako dito. Well, mga kliyente ko nabiktima na dito sa money laundering. Ano ba talaga yung money laundering na yan? Sinabi natin na ang banking system, lalo ng Bangko Sentral, which does have an anti-money laundering council, tama? Non-political. Bakit? Kung kalaban, nakita natin sa past experience natin, bakit kung ang kalaban ng gobyerno, yung opposition, may kaso, sila ang unang nawawalan ng pinifreeze ang assets, no? Parang selective ata ang anti-money laundering council. Maraming mga plunder cases ngayon against former top government officials. Bakit hindi binubuksan o freeze ang kanilang accounts? Mukhang na-freeze lang ang accounts. I'll mention their names. Si dating Vice President Binay, si Senator Revilla, si Senator Estrada na parehong ang common ground nila ay opposition. Paano yung mga kaso against yung hindi dating opposition? Ngayon ba ay gagamitin ng gobyerno yan para i-freeze ang account ni Trillanes? Nag-leak nga, hindi ba? Galit na galit ang President Duterte kasi linik ni Trillanes kung ano yung information ng Money Laundering Council tungkol sa alleged undisclosed bank accounts ng President Duterte. So, nagagamit rin pala ang Central Bank o ang Anti-Money Laundering Council ng Central Bank. Tama ba yung Tama ba yung assessment na yan?
Napakasela ng topic natin. Ano? Pero I think kung paano gagamitan ng isang bagay ay a matter of execution, kung sino ang nagpapatupad ng mga patakaran. Para itong, kung meron kang kotse, pwedeng iba ibabangga, pwedeng iba paalagaan mabuti. Neutral yun. So, depende kung sino nagpapatakbo. I think we should not look at the law as the culprit, but rather how is it being executed, paano ginagawa. But it's a good law, I believe, because kailangan natin ng labanan ng kriminalidad at yung mga nanggagasto sa ating mga kababayan. Tuwa ng tawag na financial crimes. Kawawa naman yung mga na naglalagay ng kanilang mga napaghirapan, kinita, tapos nawawala na lamang. O yung mga nagpapasama sa ating lipunan gaya ng kriminalidad, ng drugs, yung mga hindi nagbabayad ng buwis, yung smuggling, yung mga nagnanakaw, we need to see all of those things, yung mga
Pero yung mga magnanakaw, yung mga nagda-drug pushing, yung mga syndicate na yan, hindi naman dumadaan sa banking system. So ang napiprejudice dyan, the one that suffers are the legitimate companies, legitimate businessmen who use the banking system. Kasi kung magnanakaw ka, or plunderer ka, o drug pusher ka, hindi ka naman dadaan ng banking system natin. How do you flush that out?
One way or the other, they have to. Kaya kita mo kahit sa Estados Unidos, yung mga drug dealers, they spend a lot of money to have their money into the banking system.
Yun ang tinatawag na
yun ang paglalaba.
laundering.
Kaya kailangan laban. Di ba? It's that legitimizes the money. So we need to identify that to discourage illegal activities. Yung mga bangko at ang Bangko Sentral ay patuloy we give a lot of attention to money laundering and the prevention of financial crimes. My personal belief though is that there are structural limitations which prevent the effective execution of prevention of money laundering and financial crimes.
Yung ating bank secrecy, di ba? Law. Pag wala kang final na kaso, from my experience, sasabihin ng bangko, you write the banks, kunyari, miski na sa level ng mag-asawa, sa aking mga kaso na annulment, kung may support issue napakayaman ng husband, sasabihin niya wala akong pera. Bago ka bigyan ng information ng mga bangko, sasabihin nila bank secrecy law. Pwede ba yun?
I think we are one of the few countries in the world that has very strict bank secrecy law that nagiging sanhi ito ng itong sinasabi ko, isa sa mga structural weaknesses na nangyayari. Kaya siguro kailangan tignan natin to at amendahan ang batas. Like, for example, I am one of the belief that we have to move from bank secrecy to confidentiality.
What is the difference?
It's a subtle difference. Ibig sabihin na yung
secrecy kailangan ng court order.
Halos absolute. So, kailangan mo ng court order, kailangan mo ng maraming proseso. Pag dumating ang examiner ng Bangko Sentral na hindi nila mabuksan yung account, ang daling magtago ng kalokohan.
Kasalanan rin ng bangko yan, di ba? Kasi mas gusto nila na hindi ibigay yung pera or information para hindi ilabas yung pera. Magamit pa nila ng
hindi naman, because kung ang batas ay pare-parehas, wala naman pupuntahan nyo kundi sa bangko rin mag-i-equalize. So, but kailangan kami sumunod sa batas. Kapag hindi namin sinunod ang bank secrecy law, paari kaming makulong. Okay. It's a very sensitive law that we really need to follow. And yung bank
secrecy, how does it differ from bank?
When we say confidentiality, we need to amend it and we need to give access to certain agencies who are justified to look into bank accounts. Halimbawa, ang Bangko Sentral, pwede nilang tignan. Para kapag nagkaroon ng isang insidente, may suspicious transaction, pwede na agad tignan right there and there. Tapos i-amendahan natin din ang ating batas na hindi mo na pagkaganon, hindi mo na kailangan ng court order. Bago dumating ang court order, wala ng pera. Wala tayong nakukuha kapag nag-keep this order halos. I'll bet that more than 90-95% ng may please order halos walang laman. Naitakbo na. Ang bagal ng proseso. So I think if we move, that means we give to authorize certain people.
How was Senator Trillanes able to get copies from the Money Laundering Council on the accounts of the President?
Well, I'm sure, however,
corruption issue
it's not supposed to happen that way.
Oo.
I have no background on that, pero that's really strange if indeed it's true. Na nakuha niya nga sa ano. Because either the bank or the AMLC are not supposed to give that. I don't know, baka naman meron siyang camera doon sa satellite, nakikita niya.
Baka nakikita niya. O kagaya
But that's
nung
supposed to
kaso
happen.
against the former Chief Justice, no? Iniwanan daw sa ilalim ng gate yung informasyon ng bank accounts ni former Chief Justice, no?
Pero pag
But anyway,
napatunayan talagang nag-break ang sino man sa bank secrecy law, that's, well, my understanding is they could be persecuted and brought to court, and they have to suffer the consequences of such action.
Sir Tony, what about the presumption of innocence, no? Kasi kung minsan file pa lang ng kaso, let's say plunder, no? Freeze na yung account. Is that correct?
Tony, we need to balance the needs of always with a perspective of what's good for society. Kasi di ba, alam ko kayo pong mga abogado, may tinatawag na yung the strength of the evidence.
Correct.
Kaya nga meron ding, it should follow the same, in my view, kahit hindi po tayo abogado, the same legal concept na depende sa konteksto ng mga pangyayari. But it's safe. Anyway, at worst case ton, in my view is, andyan naman ang pera, hindi naman kinukuha eh. So, mas mawawala ng gobyerno, mawawala ng taong bayan kapag hindi natin ginawa yon. We need to look the lesser evil that will create. And again, we need to always subsume ourselves for the benefit of the people. And that's always in my understanding, that's the constitutional concept of, and that is the social contract everybody has gone into.
Pero in theory, ang nangyayari dyan, talagang apektado, hindi lang yung mga business partners, because the bank, the system freezes not only the accounts of the accused, no? It freezes the accounts of the partners or the corporations in which deal with the accused. Not only that, yung family accounts. Meron nga akong hinandle na notorious client, pati yung ATM ng mga anak, freeze. Wala silang baon sa eskwelahan kasi freeze, pati yung accounts ng mga anak kasi related transactions daw, or related bank accounts. Siguro yun ang pwedeng amendehan sa batas.
Siguro po, hindi po yun ang I think the bank has got nothing to do with that, because we just get orders. The court give the orders and we execute, because under pain of being responsible for it and being persecuted also, we need to follow the duly constituted authority. So, I think yung amenda natin kung ano yung ginagawa sa court on our system, but the banks will always follow to the letter that the court asks it to do. Mahirap naman po yung hindi tayo sumunod sa ating sistema ng justisya.
Ang Pilipinas ba, will we ever, the Philippines as a country, I mean, if you were monetary board head, how would you assess the financial state of the country? Tayo ba mamamatay na, buhay pa? Yung foreign exchange rate na yan, is it do you have any say on our foreign exchange rate? Sabi nila it will go beyond 50, bigla namang naging 49 something.
The central bank as of first, malaki po ang influensya nito sa palitan ng piso at ng dolyar at ng iba pang currencies. It's a part of the central bank mandate and functions. It's something that parang they eat for breakfast. Sa akin po, I think it's incontestable. Incontestable that the banking system now is in the pink of health. Napakaganda po ng tayo ng ating pagbabangko.
Ngayon, is it?
It's in a very good condition. In fact, it's in a prime condition to aid and to assist the economic development of the country, which is our role as a banks. Because kaya namin yung mobilize yung kapital, kinukuha dun sa sobrang pera at bibigay sa nangangailangan ng pera para umikot ang ekonomiya, again, to create jobs and opportunities for our people. We are in the best situation now. Maganda po ang lagay, ang katayuan ng mga bangko.
Pero anong nangyayari ho ata? Kasi sinabi nyo rin at the start of the show, no, not only are you a fiscalizer, but you are a tool, you're an instrument for creating improvement in the economy by providing resources that will create employment, etc., etc. Pero there is no, tama ba, Hiro, pag sabihin natin na there is no new money coming in? Yung mga big corporations, let me mention, for example, the C family, do they infuse new money into the economy, or are they using their own banks, their own money, other people's money? Ang nangyayari, yung mga big companies or big investors do not bring in fresh money from outside. They use the money of our banking pinapaikot lang yan.
Well, you have to make a distinction between foreign direct investment and our domestic businesses. Our domestic businesses basically always recycle profits back into their businesses and do their expansion.
Ideally, kung minsan
that's what they do, essentially.
Hindi sila pautangin ng bangko kapag kakulang ang kapital.
Correct. And they also own the banks, by the way.
That's true.
But they're not allowed to borrow from their own
correct.
banks.
So they establish...
They cannot
no, there are rules on self-dealing.
Yeah.
Our banking system is heavily regulated, but
It's
like in
rightfully
every rules and laws, there are ways and means not to subvert, but to
Didn't Allied Bank save Philippine Airlines? No.
I don't think so. Philippine Airlines basically was always being saved by the government with tax breaks. You can deduct your losses into the future, etc. There are always accounting measures that the government approves for special instances for these strategic businesses.
So iba yung foreign, iba yung domestic.
Iba in domestic, because most of our domestic business conglomerates. When I say most, because there may be 5 to 10, and 5 or 6 of them own the major banks or the major universal banks. So when it comes to foreign direct investments, you have to understand that we have long been hosting large foreign multinationals in this country. Over 100 years, Nestle's and all these big guys have been here for generations. And they get funding from their mother companies in form of advances, etc., and credit lines from their foreign banks that they have relationships with. It's like, a brotherhood, so to speak. Big business and big banks. Big business can borrow money at will because the banks lend them money because they don't need the money, but they can expand and they have the track record of big business, and that's why basically they are the major clients of the major banks, big corporates, because the banks need this security or stability basically for profit. That's the base of big banking, is big business.
So you agree with our guest, si Tony here, na we are in a good situation in regards to banking system?
The large amount of foreign monies coming in that have been converted by the BSP into local pesos has increased the supply of pesos in the system. So much so that our banks were gasping, yung parang busog na may cash sila. The rates went down and they could lend.
Yung makasabat lang, yung ngayon malaki ang ating international reserves. Those international reserves, most of them didn't come from foreign investors. Galing ito sa ating mga OFW at mga BPO.
Correct.
When you look at the balance of payments, so I think wala na tayong magandang sitwasyon. When siya maganda ang kalagayan natin, maganda yung balance sheet ba? Yung malakas at nasa posisyon para matulungan ng ating mga bayan.
Ang campaign promise ng ating presidente is to bring back all of these OFWs because it for a father or mother to go abroad, nasisirang pamilya, di ba? So parang chicken and egg doon. We have a healthy banking system because we have monies from the OFWs, and yet we need to create employment here to bring them all back here, no?
That's why napakahalaga ng gawain ng pamahalaan. On the fiscal side, and on the monetary side. Yung monetary side, ito na yung Bangko Sentral. Na kailangan, I think at the bottom line, para umunlad ng isang bayan, kailangan dumami ang goods and services. There's no shortcut about it. And incidentally, it's not an accident that the richest countries have the highest salary. Kasi ang pagtaas ng sweldo, sa aking pananaw, ay hindi na dahil sa yung mga workers nanghihingi ng mataas na sweldo. Ang tumataas sa pangalahatang sahod kasi lumalaki yung output ng bayan. So the first task is to increase the output. Pag nagkaroon ng, when I say output, yung dami ng goods, yung mga bagay-bagay na ginagawa sa isang ekonomiya, sa isang bayan, and services. Pag ito ay lumaki, yung ating mga OFW mawawalan na ng dahilan para mga ibang bayan, doon sila maghanap ng hanap buhay. So, the fiscal side, when we talk about the fiscal side, that's the part of the government. Paano ginagawa ang kanila, paano ginagawa ang budget, paano ini-structure yung taxation. That's the fiscal part. And the monetary side, paano minamanage ang buying system para sa maging conducive pagpapalaki ng ekonomiya. Halimbawa, why are we lending on collateral always? Why can't we lend on commodity? Halimbawa, mayroon kang bigas, ilagay mo isang warehouse. If there is a system whereby that warehouse is trustworthy, mag-i-issue ng resibo, na kahit saan bako ka pumunta, pwede ka pumunta at pautangin ka.
Parang yung mga kidans, no?
Yung kidans, no? But pwede mo ikidan, hindi lamang yung bigas, pwede yung asukal, pwede nga yung isda. Bago ka, pwede kahit anong commodity. Yung
future harvest, pwede ba yun? Commodities? Future
magkaroon
harvest.
Magkaroon ka muna ng tinatawag na spot market, tapos magkakaroon ka ng futures. Then you can have all this insurance system. And as an advocate, some of these are not directly under the BSP, but a lot of them could be influenced, like in the management ng, meron tinatawag kasi, kailangan mo ng kapital sa bawat pautang na binibigay mo. Yung kapital na yon ang nagkatakda na ng Bangko Sentral. Depende sa tingin ng Bangko Sentral kung ito mababaya, gaano kalaki ang chance ng mabayaran o hindi. So, there are many things that could be done. Halimbawa rin, yung national payment system. In some countries, lahat ng payment electronic na.
Tama.
The thing about electronic payment is...
Sa China, they don't carry cash, no?
Sa Korea, sa China...
They do payment through their cell phones, electronically.
When you do that, may trace ang pera. Okay. Kasi pagka electronic ang permanent record dyan, makikita mo kung saan napupunta, saan nanggagaling, at saan, ano nangyayari. That would lessen financial crimes. That would help a lot in money laundering fight. And not
on
only
one
that,
hand, but on another hand, the unscrupulous can also use your personal details. Hindi ba kanya ayaw natin mag-Amazon o ayaw natin bumili online, nagagamit yung details ng credit card ng mga unscrupulous. Cybercrimes po. Cybercrimes.
We are not inventing this, and I think all we need to do is take the lessons that other countries have experienced. Pag-aralan po natin mabuti at paano natin itong gagawin. But all these things, pwede, kung sila nagawa nila, ba't natin magawa? Ang kailangan lang, I think, pag tinignan natin ito bang gagawin natin ay makakabuti para sa lahat. Kasi meron talagang elemento ng crime. Hindi nawawala yun eh. But like, what I know in credit card, 0.0008 fraud yun, mawawala yun. Wala tayong magagawa. But we still, kasi hitigil ba tayo dahil mayroong 0.008 na nawawala? Paano naman yung iba na nagkakaroon? So we always look at it from
we always look... We are always ruled by the exception, not by the general.
That's why I always say we should not be ruled by the exception. But
if you were appointed tomorrow as head of the monetary board, what would be the first three things you would do?
Because the most basic, but I think the advocacy towards certain sectors would be very important. Una muna yung mga basic. The stability of the banking system, okay naman po yan, maganda naman
Pwede
po.
bang pro-poor? Kasi yun ang promise ng presidente.
Inclusive growth.
Inclusive growth.
Hindi niyo po na itatanong, alam naman po ng marami ng aking background eh. Dati akong
PDP Laban.
Dati akong aktivista nung araw.
Mukhang sa pananalita mo, aktivista ka pa rin ngayon. I guess once an activist, always an activist. At yan naman ang dapat para sa mga government officials natin. Never stop fighting for the poor.
I think definitely we won't have peace and we would not unless we share the prosperity with a lot of our countrymen. Iyan ang po ang batayan ng katahimikan at ang pag-unlad ng bayan.
And how would you, sitting in the monetary board, achieve peace and wealth for the Filipino
natin
people?
Inclusive growth. Mangyayari po yan pagkaroon tayo ng pagbigyan natin ng oportunidad ang ating mga kababayan. Magkakaroon sa pamamagitan ng mga patakaran na kung saan magkakaroon sila. Again, it's jobs. Pag marami ng jobs, susunod na dyan, ang kita, ang sweldo. That's the way it should happen.
Siguro dapat pag nasa iyo ng pera, mag-invest ka. You invest the money of the people. Tanggalin lahat ng privatization na yan. Control nyo yung electricity natin. Control nyo yung tubig natin. Control nyo yung cost of production.
That's on the fiscal side.
Pero kaya nyo rin yan. Kaya ba ng banking system yan?
Well,
direct where can you come out with, can you direct where the government, like something like the SSS? Can you tell the SSS now, hoy SSS, ang dami nyong pera. Huwag nyo nang increase yung rate ni Attorney Kapunan ng 1.5% sa binabayaran niyang premium as employer. Yung investment nyo na lang, gamitin nyo. Tanggalin nyo yung mga private ownership ng Metro Manila. Ano ba yan? Yung LRT na yan, yung tubig na yan, yung... Can you do that sa monetary board?
Hindi po yan ang papel ng monetary board. Pero
siguro ikaw na lang magpalit sa MMDA.
That is our role in civil society. Yung katulad ng advocacy ni Hero, ng ating kaibigan si Jimmy, tayo po rito. We need, our voice need to be heard and reason has to prevail. So yung mga bagay-bagay na apektuhan ng ating bayan ay mapag-usapan ng mabuti at
siguro ang tama yung sinasabi ni guest natin si Sir Tony, dapat naman pro-poor lahat. Inclusive growth nga is the mantra, should be the motto of all public service.
Palakihin natin ang ekonomiya at isama natin ang nakararami. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng pag hindi lumalaki, paghati-hatian mo, ang tawag doon shared poverty. Diba? Kasi pinaghati-hati mo lang. Dapat palakihin mo rin siya.
Hero, shared poverty is a new word I learned today.
Yes, and we will use it.
Napaka-interesting ng topic natin ngayon with our guest here, Mr. Tony Mongcopa. Hopefully, soon to be appointed to the monetary board. Hindi na tayo shared poverty, shared wealth na tayo. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Lorna Patao Kapunan. Laban para sa karapatan.
Sumainyo ang programang Laban para sa Karapatan hanggang sa Sabado alas 11 hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali kasama si Attorney Lorna Kapunan. Laban para sa Karapatan sa DWIZ. Ito ang himpilang may todong lakas. DWIZ 882. Ang tunay na tagapaghatid ng mga balitang sigurado, tapat na serbisyo, at mga komentaryong numero 1. Mula dito sa DWIZ Manila, sumasa inyo ang IZ Balita Nationwide. Ang mga pinakamalalaki at pinakamaiinit na mga balita ng NCR, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at mula sa labas ng bansa. Ihahatid namin sa inyo sa mas komprehensibong pagbabalita. IC Balita Nationwide. IC Balita Nationwide. Kasama ang mga pinagkakatiwalaang personalidad sa pagbabalita. IC Balita Nationwide.